Hi, everyone. Welcome to this special Genially Black Friday Live. I am James, your community builder for the US and Canada. And today I'm going to be showing you how to take Genially's AI tools and premium features and use them to unlock your creative power. So let me know in the chat right off the bat here, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to creating lesson or training materials? Is it coming up with ideas? Is it time? Is it something else? Drop it in the chat. Interested to see what your biggest challenge is. Regardless though of what that challenge happens to be, today I'm going to show you how you can tackle that challenge using Genially's AI, using Genially's premium features. We're going to go from an idea to a complete creation in just minutes, and I'm going to show you a bunch of other cool stuff as well. So remember though, it is Black Friday. That means you can unlock all of these premium features that I'm going to be showing you at 60% off. It is the absolute best time of year to upgrade if you've been thinking of upgrading your Genially plan. So without further ado, let's hop into this thing. So we're going to start with an overview of the AI features that you're going to find in a premium plan. Genially's AI is not meant to replace your talent. It's meant to amplify your talent, right? So it's designed to save you time and help you focus on what truly matters, which is creating engaging experiences so you can meet those learning targets that you're going for. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the AI image generator. So I've hopped on over to my editor right now, and with this AI image generator, all you have to do is just describe what you imagine and watch it come to life, right? But the magic isn't in just how it works, it's in what you can do with it in Genially. So we're going to look at some real life use cases throughout this session. Actually, we're going to check out some use cases. And the first one here is for training. So say you're creating some sort of training. And say you want to create an avatar for that training, maybe an avatar of yourself for classes, for videos, something like that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on over into the Genially image generator, which you see in resources and then AI image. And I'm going to put this in a full body avatar of a man with a red beard and an all white baseball cap, smiling and waving. He's wearing a purple shirt with a gray jacket over it, jeans, white sneakers, plain background, because I'm going to cut that background out and have it be a transparent image when it's all done. I'm going to make this so you can choose your style, right? In this case, I'm going to choose comic, and because I want it to look kind of like an illustration, and I'm going to have vertical aspect ratio. You can also choose a color scheme if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it at automatic since I've already kind of given it the colors that I want it to do. So I'm going to hit generate, and now it's going to very quickly create this image. So this is happening live right now. You can see this happening literally within seconds, and there it is. Hey, look at that. That's not bad at all. That looks very much like an avatar of me. And so I'm going to take that and I'm going to remove that plain background that it created for me. It's a nice looking background, but I'll go ahead and remove it anyway so that I can have my avatar. So there we go. I can use that in my training materials. I had another one. There's another one that I created, just another iteration of the same sort of thing. So you can kind of see the consistency there in the results. Gamification. Let's go on to that. I know a lot of you Genially users love to use Genially for gamification, and I don't blame you. I do too. The AI tools in Genially, though, this AI image generator can really amp up your gamification. So in this case, you can design full environments or escape rooms, for your escape rooms and your interactive missions and gamified activities that you might be creating. So I'm going to go into this image generator, and I'm going to just put something simple like a cool setting for a mysterious and exciting escape room. There we go. And I'm not going to choose a style on this one. I'm just going to have horizontal as the aspect ratio, and I'm going to generate. And let's see what it comes up with. So in this case, I left it pretty wide open. Maybe this is going to help me come up with some ideas for my escape room. Ooh, that looks good. I like that one. So here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this over here and turn on the full screen interactivity. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this in preview mode. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's cool. We got some random stuff on the desk here that you can use some interactive areas. I like the piece of paper there. You could maybe create an interactive window with that. You can also hide a number of different things in the background. This is a really good possibility that the image generator created for me. So yeah, very nice. Creating one of those settings for an escape room. And here's another one that I created before, so you can kind of see what that looks like. Let's go on to presentations. How about presentations? Say you want to generate, a matching background for a presentation or an illustration. Let's go the illustration route. And say you're a teacher and you want to create an illustration of students reading. So I'm going to do this illustration of a classroom with several students engaged in reading, just like we would like them to be, right? And I'm going to choose, let's see, you know what? Let's go with pixel on this one, just for fun. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to do horizontal again. No, you know what? I'll do vertical on this one. And let's generate and see what we get. So yeah, within seconds, notice it's consistently just like 5-10 seconds, maybe tops. And you have an image. Check that out. I love these pixel images that the image generator can create. That is very, very cool. There we go. We have our students. They're all reading and all having a grand old time doing it. So that's great. We also have if you're corporate, right, you might create a presentation where, you need something like this. I think I prompted this one as a woman purchasing a computer from an electronics store, something like that. Then we also have marketing possibilities as well. So you can use the image generator to visualize those campaign ideas or those mood boards. No stock photos needed, right? And in this case, actually, I had the idea of what if we were prototyping and we didn't actually have the prototype yet, but we wanted to have an image of that prototype. Okay, well, let's go into resources, go into the AI image generator, and let's do this. So this was my idea. This is good for those hot Texas summers where I'm from. So a silent palm-sized cooling block that generates a gentle stream of air using no blades and almost no power. Set it on a desk, bedside table, or car cup holder, and it creates a cool microclimate around you for hours. And so, yeah, I'm going to leave the style up to the generator. And yeah, let's leave it as a square aspect ratio. And let's see what we come up with here. So let's see what our product ends up looking like. This is really cool for, iterative stuff and coming up with ideas. Oh, look at that. There it is. Ooh, very sleek and streamlined. I like it. So yeah, that's an example of how you can use it for marketing. There's another one. I don't know what product that is, but it looks pretty cool. I'd buy it. So yeah, the image generator can do all sorts of really awesome stuff. And you can see in seconds, you get a unique copyright-free image that's in whatever style you choose, whether that's realistic or illustration or 3D or pixel or watercolor, you name it. It's 100% original visual resource ready to use in your Genially or share anywhere. So drop a comment in the chat. What would you use the image generator for first? What would be the first image that you would create with that? And meanwhile, I'm going to move on to our next order of business, which is text. Let's shift over to text a little bit. You can select any text in Genially and let the AI take care of it. It can fix errors, it can summarize, it can expand, it can change the tone, translate into 100+ languages. There's all sorts of things you can do, but let's look at just a few use cases. Say you're a teacher and you have this, long academic passage about digital learning environments, and you want to summarize it and adapt it to your students' level. Say that you are a 7th grade teacher, right? And you want to change this. So I have my text suggestion in here that I typed in, summarize and change reading level to 7th grade, and let's generate and see what we have. So we end up with, very nice. See, in seconds, we have a 7th grade reading level summarized version of that academic passage, which now I can put into maybe an interactive window or something else that's maybe a little bit more engaging than just text on a page, right? Let's take a look at another one. How about trainers? If you're a trainer and you have some technical material, we know that technical material can have lots of jargon and be very, very difficult to digest and be very dense, right? So how about we make this into an explainer video, maybe create some micro content. So a 30-second explainer video in this case. So I'm going to go into our AI and I'm going to try this. Let's see, take this content and use it to generate a 30-second explainer video script. Let's see what it does with that. Okay. Good. Yeah, there we go. So there's a good starting point for our 30-second explainer video, and we can incorporate our images into that as well. Speaking of, notice that when you go into the AI here, you can choose to create an image with that content. So if I click image here, notice it takes the exact text that's on the screen. I don't even have to copy and paste. It's automatically there, and it can create the image for me, again, in seconds, just like you saw before. And now you have an image to go along with your text here on the page. So let's see what it comes up with. There we go. Look at that happy lady with the new customer interaction protocol. Very cool, right? Okay, now how about this one? Say that you're a content creator and you want to just simply adjust the tone of your content for different audiences. You can do that with the AI text editor as well. So here, I'm going to take this out and scroll down here, and let's do change tone. And let's make this one, say, a more professional tone. So let's see what it does. There we go. All right. So there you go. In seconds, you have a more professional tone for your text, and you can change that to informal, friendly. You can change it to a number of different things. And even if that little button doesn't, describe what you're going for, you always have your prompt box up at the top where you can give it more detailed instructions. Okay. So yeah, lots of cool stuff you can do with your text, saving you hours of work so you can focus again on what truly matters. Now, how about giving voice to your creations? Let's talk a little bit about how you can take text and turn it into professional quality audio. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to actually stay right here on this page, and I'm going to have this. Oh, here's what I wanted right here. Okay, so here's a piece of text that I want to turn into an AI voiceover. So look how easy it is to do this. So I can click on the Genially AI and simply click voiceover. Notice it takes that text. Again, I don't even have to copy and paste. I can choose the language as well as the accent, right? So the UK accent or the USA accent. So I'll do USA, and I can choose my voice.
Generate audio from text using the AI.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to go with that. Notice you can adjust the speed, the pitch, the volume, all that good stuff. I'm just going to leave it at the defaults, and I'm going to generate it. It's already there.
Using audio in lessons enhances.
There we go. So there's the audio file that has been created, and now I can attach it to this in a number of different ways. I can do interactivity. I can have it play audio. I'll choose that AI voiceover, save it, and now when I'm in preview mode, and I click on the text.
Using audio in lessons enhances engagement, caters to various learning styles, and improves retention. It makes training more effective by providing clear, accessible, and versatile content.
So there you go. You've added voice to make your Genially more accessible to everyone. In education, you can create narrated micro lessons or videos without having to record yourself. In storytelling and marketing, you can add that human touch to your presentations and your campaigns. And I actually had a couple of examples of what that might look like here. So let me go right here to this one. So say you're doing corporate, right? Here's an example of what you could do in corporate. So you have a conversation, customer service sort of conversation. So, hi, how can I help you? Are you the manager? Okay, well, let's say we want to create an AI generated text here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to click here and audio, an AI generated voiceover. And so, yeah, this is a guy talking. So I'm going to choose Corey. I'm going to generate. Hi, how can I help you? And then I will simply attach this. So notice this, this hotspot has a reveal. I'm also going to have the hotspot add audio. So I'm going to add another action. I'm going to have it play audio, and I'm going to choose the voiceover that I just created. And then on this end, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into my AI tools, generate a voiceover. This time I'm going to choose a woman's voice, generate that, and then I will attach that to this hotspot. So I'll click here, I'll go to my interactivity, add audio, voiceover, save, and now we are all set. So let me go into the preview, and now you can see how it's been enhanced with the AI voiceover.
Hi, how can I help you?
Are you the manager? My name is Karen, and I need to speak with you.
There we go, right? So in seconds, you have speaking characters on the screen. What if you're creating an interactive storybook? Here's an example of one that I created a while back. AI generated image in the background, and then in the foreground here we have our little button that will read the story to you. So
Part 1, The Launch. Luca sat by the window, his notebook full of dreams and doodles. As the teacher wrapped up class, Luca folded a purple piece of paper into a sleek airplane. With a deep breath and a spark of hope, he released it into the sky, out the window, past the buildings, and into the world. He imagined it wasn't just paper, it was his story. Go far, he whispered, and bring back something amazing.
okay, so there we go. So you can create a cool narrated interactive storybook. Basically, you can use this feature to make your content more inclusive, more dynamic, and more personalized. It just makes it better all around. All right, now, how about this? How about AI translation, right? Say that you are wanting to expand your reach and have some more global efficiency, I guess. So, what if you could create one thing in Genially and then publish it worldwide? With AI translation, you can do that. So let me go over here, and I'm gonna switch over to this tab. So you can see this is my panel, and here's a Genially, right? So a full completed Genially for Crime in the Building, right? One of our templates. And all I have to do to translate this is hit the three dots, translate with AI, choose the language that I want. In this case, I'll say, how about French? So I'll do French, click translate. And so you see the translation will be ready soon. We'll let you know by email. So you'll receive an email when the translation is done, but it generally takes like 30 seconds or less, and then you'll see that genially appear. It doesn't just translate the text, it translates the entire design. So labels, hidden layers, animations, all that stuff. Within a minute or so, your Genially is available in over 100 languages, perfectly keeping your design. This is ideal for teachers and universities with international students or language learners. Oh, there it is. Global training teams, marketing departments launching multi-country campaigns. We do that a lot here at Genially. Yeah, so you can have your message with the same impact in every language using this tool. And so I'll show you here what it looks like when it's done translating. So I'll hop into the editor and switch over to this guy. And once it loads up, we can see the French version of my Genially. So notice everything is preserved, just translated into the language that I chose. Awesome, right? Really cool, super efficient, saves you a ton of time. Really, really great stuff. Okay. All right. So those are just some of the AI tools that we have in Genially, but we can go beyond AI and talk about your premium superpowers. There are some other things that you can do in Genially that are quite helpful and quite awesome. One of them is to create a quiz. Actually, you know what? One more AI thing. I want to show you one more AI thing before I'm done with the AI stuff. We have so many that sometimes I forget. AI generated quizzes. That's right. I wanted to show you that one real quick. So let's say you want to create an impromptu pop quiz, right? Or you just want to create a quiz quickly, right? You can do that with Genially's AI tools. Whether you work in education, training, or marketing, I think you're going to love this one. So here we go. Let's check this out. I'm going to go to my panel and let's do this. I'm going to go here, right back to this same panel. And right up here in the top, I'm going to do create Genially quiz with AI. So I'll do that. And how about we do something on the French Revolution? I don't know why I'm on French stuff today. So I'm going to do the French Revolution, and let's choose 10 questions. Yeah, medium difficulty's fine. Hit continue. Now you get to choose the design for your quiz. So here's where Genially's AI really kind of differentiates itself from some others that you might see that can create quizzes with AI. It doesn't just create the quiz, it also designs the Genially. So I'm going to choose this Blackboard quiz type and hit generate quiz. And the cool thing here is as it's creating the quiz, let me switch to that tab. As it starts creating the quiz, you are going to see the quiz get created in front of your eyes by the AI tool. So here it is. Here it goes. You can see that it's going page by page and creating this thing for you. And within what will probably be maybe 30 seconds or less, maybe 20 seconds, you're going to have a quiz that is ready to use with your students, with your learners, with whoever it is that you're training. And yeah, here you go. Look at this. It's ready to go with sound as well. So use your yeah. There you go. I don't know much about the French Revolution. I probably need to practice a little bit. But you see how amazingly powerful this is, especially when you combine it with the ability to go genially live and do this live with your students in person. So yeah, really cool. You come up with an idea for a pop quiz on the spot, and you can do it with Genially just like that. I mean, within a minute, we have a quiz that's ready to go. So yeah, there we go. I could not move on without mentioning that one first because it's really, really awesome. Okay, now let's go to our premium superpowers that are not technically AI related. Let's talk about the brand kit. So let me go over here and share this tab. I have lots of tabs going on. Here's an example of a brand kit. This is, in my personal space, my brand kit that I have. Genially has one as well in our workspace. But here's an example of what you might have in your brand kit, which is a premium feature in Genially. So notice you can change the logo in the bottom left. So you can change it from the Genially logo to something of your choosing. I have like my little logo here. You can change the loader as well, or leave the Genially one. You can choose your brand colors. Notice I've chosen a bunch of different colors. You can also choose your brand palettes. So you can combine those colors into different palettes as you see here, and you can test out those palettes and see what that brand kit looks like over here in the preview, both in regular desktop and mobile. You can see what that looks like. You can choose your text styles, right? Your headline text styles and subtitles and paragraph fonts and all that good stuff. If you have a particular brand font or a custom URL, you can use that as well. You also have some other tabs here with team templates. So say you have something that you want to use as a template for other members of your team, you can very easily turn something into a team template right here. It just opens up your Geniallys and you choose which ones you want to be templates. You can add in any images that you want to be part of your brand kit that would be available to anyone in your workspace. So that's what I did here. And then you can also add in any backgrounds that you want to remain, available to anyone in your workspace. So yeah, brand kit, very, very powerful way to keep your visual identity consistent across every creation, whether that's logos, colors, or fonts. You can get that all set up all in one click, perfect for schools and companies that want to have that cohesive brand presence. And yeah, you can save time and reinforce your brand with every design that you do in Genially. Another one that I already alluded to a minute ago is live present mode, right? You can go into Genially and you can present live. And you can, here we go. Let me get into this guy, switch over to my tab here. And you can see here, I'm going to make this a little bigger. There we go. So you can see a quick little demo of what live mode looks like. So you go up to the top, choose present, choose live mode. It generates a QR code. Students can join with the QR code, with a link, or they can go to play.genially.com and enter that access code that you see there. And then they are in your Genially. And so that can be used for quizzes, certainly, but it can be used for any Genially. You can take any Genially and you can allow people into that Genially and allow them to do all of the different interactions that you have there. Freely on their own screens, it keeps them confined to that particular page that you're on, but any of the interactivity that you have on that particular page is available to those who have joined your Genially live. So really great for a number of different applications, whether that's a quiz, a poll, a game, and then you can download your participation results, as you saw there, for analysis, for feedback. Ideal for engaging classes, trainings, or meetings. Let's take a look at another one, the activity module. Yeah, that's a good one. So let me get out of this real quick and let's take a look at what that looks like. So activity tracking. So with any Genially, you can turn on, with premium plan, you can turn on both individual and overview activity tracking. And so I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like for this particular Genially. So we created this Plinko game for Price is Right. And you can see we have the individual activity that has been collected here. You can see how much time, the number of views, the pages viewed, when it was first accessed, the questions completed, how many were correct, and then you can see the responses, right? This is a Genially where we had, like, it was one class that used one half and the other class used the other half. That's why you see some missing there. But yeah, you can see every single response from every single user in that Genially. You can also see the overview of activity with daily visits, the visits per page, so you can really analyze, especially like if you're in corporate and you want to analyze what parts of the Genially are being most effective or most used or most interacted with. You can drill it down to that interaction level. There's lots of really cool stuff that you can do with this. So that's the activity tracking, the activity module. Very cool stuff that you can do there. Let's go back here and we'll take a look at version history and activity tracking, action history, I think is what it's called, where you can restore any past change. You can track who did what in your workspace. And this is great for teams, for shared projects. And you can see that very easily here up here in the top. See, there's the activity, by the way. You can look at the activity. Notice it's not turned on for this particular one, right? But you can go up here into our our hamburger menu, right? And we can look at the version history. And so you can see all the different edits that have been made to this particular version, and you have the ability to restore the version. So you have the full Genially there that you can go through and decide whether you want to restore an earlier version. You can also take a look at the activity tracking by going to About This Creation, and you can see what people have done in that particular Genially. You can do this from the editor that you see here, or you can do it from the dashboard. Either way works. Okay, so you can create with confidence, nothing is lost, and everything is under control. All right, folks. Well, so to sum up, let me get into this, and I'll wrap things up here. We have a number of different ways that you've seen today that Genially's premium features can be used to do awesome stuff, right? Whether that's activity tracking, version history, AI tools, etc. But you can unlock that full power of Genially to create those visuals that truly engage, to work faster and reach a wider audience, and to stay consistent and in control of every project that you create. And right now, as I mentioned before, you can unlock all that power with 60% off our most complete premium plans, both education and corporate. Head to the link in the description for this video and choose the plan that fits your needs. And tell us in the comments, which feature are you most excited to try first? There are a lot of them. It might be hard to decide, right? And don't forget to follow Genially to keep discovering new ways to create and inspire. Thank you all so much for joining us. Appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.